Usyk, he bust my ass for some rounds, and Usyk, he bust my ass, he bust my ass, he bust my ass, he bust my ass for some rounds, and I have to take that defeat like a man as well. But
yes, today we had the press conference for Gay J. He's Usyk too. Yeah, they've called it the Rage on the Red Sea. That's that sounds like your description of people's wives when they're on the rag. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like it will happen. You know, I was thinking it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know, and I do think they were holding out a bit. Maybe if Tyson Fury can get a fight with him, we'd go for him because that's a bigger payday. I don't know. I just had this feeling they kept on putting it back, and I didn't think it was going to happen. But anyway, Tyson Fury is he's fake retired, but there are problems going on. He's been allegedly refused entry into US with Frank Warren. Yeah, so that's kind of big. So he's almost certainly been investigated by the FBI. I mean, whatever, CIA. I don't know, whatever the organization is that looks after this, and it may have something to do with him retiring quickly. I don't know. He's trying to distance himself from the game, but it was weird, the press conference. There's something sinister about it, They had loads of these huge white leather armchairs full of guys wearing the same clothes. What's it called? That long white sheet and a towel on the head. I'm not being disrespectful, but that is what it looks like, And there was quite a lot of women there, and they're dressed in black. I think hijabs. I don't know. I'm no expert on this. Hijabs, I think they're called. Yeah, they had kind of these low lights, but it was kind of really modern, It looked like some, futuristic science fiction movie, like Star Wars or Dune, and there's some council of judgment on people. I don't know. It was just those huge white armchairs were quite weird, man. They look cozy though. They look cozy. I was hoping Eddie would come in wearing a Saudi national dress. Yeah. Remember when Coogan did that and he had a stupid grin on his face, like he was so proud of himself. Skins did that as well, and Gay J, but I like to see Eddie do it just for the lols, man. But so they had this stage, and they had the vice president of Saudi Boxing Federation going up how great Saudi boxing was. I've never heard of a Saudi boxer, but apparently they're starting the ground roots. I mean, they're all like super rich, apart from the slaves they bring in. I don't know if boxing's the game for rich people. And there's a woman on the council stage, which is kind of shocking to me, because this is Saudi Arabia, right? They're not known for women's rights, Women, they didn't even let women drive till recently. They said it would excite them in a sexual manner, stuff like this. I mean, I don't think they were allowed out alone. They had to have a chaperone or their husband, Things are changing, And this woman, she's vice president, I think, of the Saudi Boxing Federation, and she's pushing, women's rights and feminism, and she's boxed as well, and she's going how great it is for men and women boxing. I mean, this is very weird. This is just, as I said, for Saudi to change like this suddenly, man. I mean, this would never have happened before. Women stayed at home, man. Yeah. And then even another man who's something to do with a sporting council, saying it inspires men and women. It's because Saudi, they're a big player in the NWO. They've got a lot of money, access to the oil, a lot of influence around the world, especially in the Middle East. And they're known as a Wahhabi, a strict Islamic nation, but the NWO will get to it as well. They're changing things now. They're going to make an even bigger NWO power center, by bringing in these sports, by bringing in all these women, I'm not being funny. How long is it going to be before they're showing, the LBPQRST Batman's logo? Yeah, I did notice though. I did notice though the DAZN logo they were showing was not the rainbow one you're getting everywhere else. So they got a way to go. And remember, like the NWO want one whole world government, one whole world finance, and one global culture / religion. They want one rule over the world. So they're going to soften Saudi Arabia. And that's already started. I mean, this was unheard of a few years ago. Women talking about women's rights Yeah, and in a boxing event, it's nuts, man. How quickly they can change things when they got the power. Anyway, so to the press conference, Usyk was wearing a propaganda shirt in the lead up, the colours of freedom, the Ukraine flag. Funnily enough, they caught him wearing a what's called a crucifix, which wouldn't go down well in Saudi, but he didn't wear it. Yeah, he didn't wear it in the actual press conference. He wore some icon. I couldn't see what it was. I zoomed in, but I couldn't. But yeah, you know, the whole pro-Ukraine thing. Listen, man. This is a boxing channel, so we don't talk about politics, but we talk about, you know, you got to talk about what's happening in the world. And the whole sort of fake story, media story, the you know, is basically an attack on Russia and non-NWO values. Some people think Putin's involved anyway. It's not like he isn't part of them, but it's just, this will be used as there's still people in Russia that are very against certain NWA agenda stuff, like Batty business and stuff. So it's just used. Whereas Ukraine, right? The Zelensky, the president, right? Who has a fortune of almost 1 billion, by the way. 1 billion. And a house in Miami of 35 million pounds. Yeah? He was a former comedian. He's not very funny, man. I've seen him, but he does, you know, just degrading stuff, degenerate stuff. And he wears dances around wearing women's high heels. I mean, just, you know, it's crazy. But anyway, forget it. On to the boxing. So Usyk looked solid. He looked solidly built and focused, man. He was not in the mood to make any jokes or wear silly outfits, you know. Obviously, he has to wear the kind of Ukraine colour outfit, but he was wearing one of them bucket hats, which I quite liked on him. You know, but he didn't look happy. Yeah. He looked, you know, physically solid, as I say. Gay J, he looked bewildered, man, throughout the whole thing. He's like, some people saying in the comments he looked high and distracted. Yeah? I don't know, I've been high, man. In Saudi, I mean, like, you know, I think if you're caught even with drugs, that's a serious sentence, man. I don't know, man. But, you know, listen, man, those are illegal drugs. Yeah, people forget how much, in fact, better. Yeah, some prescription drugs are fentanyl, Vicodin, Oxycontin. These won't be banned. I doubt. These medicinal ones. Yeah. So whatever. He looked uneasy, man. His eyes looked glazed over. He had a gormless expression in his face. You know, he looked like a robot waiting to say his ting. You know. And what's his name? Igis Klimas, Usyk's manager or something, or trainer. So he starts babbling about the fight. And he starts saying the winner will fight for the undisputed title. Now, this is the unified title, but, you know, Tyson's still got the ring and the WBC title. But that was weird. Was it a slip of the tongue? Was it just a mistake? No. He definitely said the winner will fight for the undisputed heavyweight title. The winner. So the implication is either Tyson is staying as a WBC champion and won't retire, and he'll face the winner, probably in Saudi again, or the WBC will strip him and line these two up, or line up them to fight another paper champion. I don't know, man, but it's a significant. It could easily have gone under the radar, but it's very significant, yeah. And they're all talking, you know, the people in charge, and throughout it's Usyk is glaring at Gay J. Like even when someone else is talking and no one's, it's not Gay J, it's someone else. He's sitting there just looking around him, like staring him out, man, intimidating him. I think. I mean, you think it's weird because Gay J is a lot bigger, but then again, Gay J got a beat down last time, and AJ just carries on looking gormless. Yeah. They asked Gay a few questions. He's trying to sell the right things. He said, "You've got to stay humble in defeat, innit?" Yeah? He also said weirdly, Usyk just battered my arse, innit? Or battered my arse in a few rounds. Well, in all the rounds, basically. But he seemed very pleased with himself at saying battered it his arse. I mean, his arse been battered by AKA Skins like most nights before that fight. Well, before they split up, man. As I said, the problem is AKA Skins not in the camp anymore. And I say, no AKA Skins, no wins. Yeah? I don't know, man. I think he misses his boy, his boo-boo skins. What else nonsense did he said? I don't want to overcomplicate because there's simplicity, yeah, in strategy, in it, like, or something stupid like that. He was all got to come out with these stupid cliches. You got to keep things simple, innit? Yeah, I'm not a hater, blood. Cliche after cliche after cliche, and this one now he goes, I'm the comeback king, blood. Yeah, you put me down, but it's difficult to keep me down, in it, blood. Unless your AKA skins are pushing his face into the pillow. Yeah. Gadget says he likes brownies, innit? Yeah, he does like brownies, but the occasional Latino boy turn him out as well. I don't know, it was dry. It was a dry conference, man. Yeah. And his last bit of cliches: become the champion is easy, blood, but if your spirit's right. But boxing made my spirit right. I don't know. He obviously doesn't come out with these, or he must read some like lame books to pick out some things. He's just so cringe, man. You notice in the comments, those comments, I watched it on another channel, someone else's channel, and they allowed comments. He was getting so rinsed, KJ. No one likes him anymore. They've all seen through him now. When he eventually retires, yeah, this will change a bit because, people are nicer to you after they retire. People forget about the old times when you're a mug and be a bit gentler with you, but. Anyway, he's going to come out, like I say, so that's going to, that's going to change things severely. But Usyk didn't say much interesting, yeah, thank yous and all that. I mean, it's to be expected, The whole conference was in English, right? Even though it's in Saudi, but obviously they weren't going to do it in Arab, were they? But Usyk was just pretty much happy to be there, and things. My family are the most important, and Ukraine, it's pretty uninteresting. He can be a laugh, Usyk, but I don't think they would have understood his sense of humor in Saudi. So I think that's predictable. And then they get this face-off. They do this little face-off, right? And Gage towers over Usyk, but I think Usyk has the mental height on him, if you know what I'm saying. If that doesn't sound too much like the kind of thing Gage would say, man. I got the mental height advantage, innit? Usyk's got the mental height advantage, blood. And he gave him a death stare. He gave Gage a death stare, man. It was so cold. And Hearn's like, right, it's time to look forward and take some pictures, and he indicates that with his hand. Usyk doesn't change. Gage stays, and Gage starts pointing to Usyk, going, "Go on, mate, turn round." Telling him what to do, thinking that it's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna have the mental upper hand, innit? I told him what to do. Did you see that, blood? Hey, Robert Garcia, blood. Did you see how I handled him, innit? Nah, Usyk actually did eventually turn, right? But he turned his body and carried on utterly eyeballing Gage. Yeah. And Gage did not like it. It was not comfortable. Yeah, he tried to get the royal man bad boy look, but like a lot of bullies, Yeah? It doesn't work against someone who's real tough. Yeah. Even with the height difference, although obviously Usyk got the mental height difference in it, fam. Huh? And Gage looked like he was about to cry, right? And then he turned away. He panicked and turned away first, like looking forward. Yeah. Which is people. I never read too much in these things, But clearly, that's you would suggest that's some kind of a victory for Usyk. Gage, his face didn't look. He wasn't sneering or anything. He looked pretty defeated. He looked a bit scared, not scared, but humiliated or something. Anyway, so we got to fight. Am I excited for it? The Triple B says, I mean, of course I am for a fight of this magnitude. I'd rather see Gage Fury or Usyk Fury. But and it's annoying. We've got to have a rematch almost a year later. You tie up the heavyweight titles for a year. And these big heavyweights fight once a year or once every 9 months. It's no good, man. It's no good when you got rematches all the time. What do I think will happen? See, my problem is, I'm always worried that there'll be some tomfoolery, and they'll try their best. How much do fights get fixed? That's the question. Now, as I said many times, it's easy to fix the judges, and the ref on side, and play with the ring size or whatever. Put a lot of advantages in your camp, and the PEDs, obviously, the drug testing is a major one. Yeah, but at some stage, but I don't believe in this. I don't believe that many fights actually that say you will go down in this round or this has to happen. There are some, but I don't think it happens often as people think. I believe. I mean, you'd think Usyk would just do the same job on Gage, you know. I don't see. I mean, he definitely looks up for it. You know, he's not happy, man. Something's got his goal. I don't think he wants to be in Saudi. I don't think he wants to fight Gage again. He knew he'd have to, but you know, I think he'd rather just Fury and he's 36. He's got to end his career soon, but I think. I mean, if I had to predict it, you know, you've always put it this way: if you've got to predict your life on it, I mean, it's a hard one still. It's not an unwinnable fight for Gage because of his size. And remember, he busted up Usyk's face. Even though you hardly hit him, you get cuts, and you get a random shot. You get just not a fluky shot, but you get one-shot KOs. There's a lot of ways, you know. Even Usyk dominated Gage. Now, can he stop him for the Usyk fans? That's what they'd be asking. Yeah, he can. He can certainly. If he rushes in too much, he'll be playing it into Gage's hands a bit. He's not hugely powerful. He's got enough to stop Joshua, but you know, like last time. I think he should fight that fight and then start stepping on the gas about 10, because I think if you start trading with a Gage early on, it can be a bit dangerous. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. At least you've got a decent heavyweight fight, but yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what's Gage going to do if he gets blasted. He's done, man. Really, isn't he? You know, he's 33 as well, isn't he? Or 34. Can't go on forever. They don't have many. You know, he's got to rebuild himself a bit. They could throw him against Tyson Fury. People will buy it, but it won't be like, you know what? It's very easy to recycle heavyweights. I don't know why I'm contradicting myself, but it is. You know, if Gage scored one win and then Tyson's coming back, that's still a big match. But I don't, you know, hopefully, I'm hoping Usyk will just deal with Gage and he'll retire, come out as a batty man and become a brand ambassador for Gazon or whatever you want to call DAZN. Peace.